That's without Sean O'Halpine, such an influential figure. And Waterford, by the way, won the toss. They're going to be playing from right to left as we look at it here. Man in the middle is from Clara in County Offaly, Brian Gavin. It's his very first Munster final, and we're up and running. First touch, Owen Kelly, down towards Seamus Prendergast. Tussle for possession. Coming forward is John Gardner. Loses possession. Coming through the middle is Richie Foley. Flicks it outside to Owen Kelly. Had a great game the last day. He's continuing on. First score of the replay. It's this man, former Mount Sion star, now playing with Passage.
Yeah, Marty, Richie Foley, lovely pass outside. I made that comment coming up to the match last week that, you know, that's the type of score Waterford need to be getting, throwing the ball around, having a little look up, and that was great play. We see Michael Cusson gone in centre forward as we expected, and Seamus Prendergast playing in the corner as I thought he would. He's inside on Brian Murphy. I think we'll see him coming out for the odd puck out or whatever, but he's gone into the corner straight away.
Shane O'Neill is gone out to the sideline almost to get a quick puck out from Donal Oak, but I think the Cloyne and Cork keeper is going for distance. Tony Brown gets a touch on it. Linesman indicates it's a Cork ball. And the linesman is James Owens from County Laois over at the far side.
And you can see already, Marty, looking down, John Milan is the only Waterford forward inside nearly in 50-60 yards of the goals. Seamus Prendergast is way out the middle of the field. Stephen Malumphey is back in the half-back line, and Milan completely isolated.
Ball dropped in. Good hands. Clear down the field. Dropping it into the middle. There's a touch, just about. And away come Waterford again, coming through the middle. Bursting forward is Kevin Moore. Lays it off. There's Seamus Prendergast. Being tackled by two Cork defenders. One of them is Brian Murphy, the other is Tom Kenny, who's back there helping out his defence. Murphy comes in again to try and scoop it out. It's going to be a throw ball, I would feel. And that's exactly what it is. Pulled by Prendergast. Coming forward is Shane O'Sullivan. He's definitely fouled. Free for Waterford.
Yeah, this player really has improved, you know, out of all recognition. He's been on around the panel for a few years, but he had a brilliant game the last day. Very, very strong physically, and that's something about that Waterford forward line as well. He's in the middle field, but Seamus Prendergast, Owen Kelly, you know, big men all over the half forward, and Stephen Malumphey very strong and won a great free there.
Well, we've spoken about it earlier. What a magnificent goal Owen Kelly scored the last day. His free taking is pretty impressive as well. 2 points on the scoreboard for Waterford, both of them credited to this man. Great catch. Michael Brickwatch lays it off to his captain, Stephen Malumphey. As always, the hard-working John Milan. Seamus Prendergast is there as well. Last one to touch the slither over the sideline was a Cork man.
Yeah, Marty, what a start by Michael Walsh. You know, the tactic, Michael Cusson 6'7", and the first two high balls that come down, Michael Walsh taking them out of the air, and he's been outstanding since that move back to centre back. You know, it's about 18 months ago. I think it was a league match against Kilkenny, his first match at centre back, and he's been brilliant there.
Richie Foley, it's a good cut, but it's just a little bit too strong. Shane Murphy, named at left half back, but starting as we anticipated at right cornerback. Shane O'Neill from Bishopstown is at left half. Frankie Murphy is in there, so too is Owen Murphy. Sideline ball would seem to favour Cork.
These are certainly ones we've seen Ben Toynton in the past. He hit a few wide last week, unlike him.
First sideline cut, dropping it in. Dangerous ball. Saki is around there. And so too is Tony Brown. Out for his own Murphy. A little bit of pressure from Fraggy. Sideline ball this time to Waterford. Dickie Murphy, the linesman, man who's been in charge of 4 All-Ireland finals in his career.
I'm really surprised, Mary. The Cork backs are following the men off out the field. There's only 2 Waterford forwards inside their own half of the field.
Owen Murphy down the middle towards Kevin Moore. Good hands. It's 1 against 1 up here for the moment. John Milan and Brian Murphy. Milan keeps it in. Shane Murphy. Hefty challenge on Milan. And to Milan's credit, he didn't even protest. Great catch again, this time by left half forward Michael Cusson. Big 6'7" lad. He's giving a throw ball. Tom Kenny coming through the middle. Good stick work. Needs a little bit of support. Frankie Murphy calling for it. Over the far side, it's his midfield partner Carl Nocton. Scored the first point the last day for Cork. He's doing it again 6 days later.
Yeah, good play by Tom Kenny there. Won a very hard ball, and you know the competition. Every ball that breaks, there's 4 and 5 lads. Brian Gavin's trying to let the game flow early on here, and a few hefty challenges going in. But you know, I think he's right to try to get a bit of a flow into it.
Tuck out by Clinton Hennessy. Nice little pick up there by Prendergast, Seamus. Out towards Richie Foley. This comes in, and there's a little bit of a push. The referee had blown his whistle. Shane Walsh was gone inside, but the referee clearly blew his whistle. Free taken by Donald Cusick. Aimed at Isaki O'Halpine. Ball given away to Cathal Nocton. Turns to his right, drops it over this side, but there's nobody home, I'm afraid. Not in a Cork jersey, that is. Good pressure by Ben O'Connor. Poor defending, it must be said. Michael Cusson is there as well. And eventually it is Brick Walsh. Lays it back for Declan Prendergast. Tremendous pressure by Cork. Michael Cusson across the face of the goal and wide. Just that particular occasion, Brick Walsh just a little bit lax, wasn't he?
He was. He nearly had too much time on the ball, but the tackling of the Cork forwards, very impressive since the start of the game. We saw it from Waterford last week, and Kieran Murphy in particular in the corner there is after making 2 or 3 very, very good tackles.
Puck out, drops down on Seamus Prendergast. Brian Murphy is there. Just barely kept in play. Batted down for Cathal Nocton to give it plenty of distance. But it's heading towards the square and Thurles, I'm afraid.
Very, very frustrating for an inside forward. There was only maybe a 1 in 10 chance of putting that over the bar. That should have been played into straight on top of Isaki.
Dennis Walsh, I'm sure won't be pleased with that particular effort. Good hands again by John Gardner. Down towards Frankie Murphy. Owen Murphy going back to gather. Isaki comes into challenge. Gives it back to his fullback, Liam Lawler. 4 Mile Water. Little touch, just a little bit by Stephen Malumphey. Sent in dangerously towards John Milan. Owen Cadigan, was he holding his hurling? 2 of them are at it, battling fair and square. It's the Cork full-back that's coming out with it. Laying it off first, Cathal Nocton. Good play by Cork. Sent down the middle, nobody home again. Brick Walsh over this side. Good work by Shane Murphy. Shane Walsh, however, spotted the little illusion, grabbed the possession, is bearing down on Donald Cusick. It's a frontal charge, the referee is indicating, and it's a free in for Waterford.
Yeah, see Owen Kelly pointing at the square. He's maybe thinking he was fouled inside the square. Shane Walsh heading. Yeah, well, I don't think Brian Murphy wasn't going to get out, or Owen Cadigan wasn't going to get out of the way. You know, he hadn't much choice, but I think that foul was maybe inside the...
Certainly was inside the larger rectangle.
Inside the larger rectangle, yeah.
Owen Kelly taking the 20-metre free. And I'm pretty sure he's going to tap this over the bar. 3 points for Waterford. 3 points for Owen Kelly.
Yeah, Shane Walsh did very well there. A lot of people in Waterford think maybe he's an out-and-out full forward. You know, he's a goal getter, but did very well there. Very clever on the ball and won a good free.
Just